crime type, or should I choose a column city? Okay, or state. Which column should I should refer to do the partitioning? This name column, name of criminal and name of victim, or should I choose the criminal crime type column as a partitioning column?
Crime type.
Crime type. And why not name of criminals or name of victim? Yes, Shrikant, you are also correct. Now, give me the reason why you are not going for the name of criminal or name of victim column as a partitioning column. Others are not answering. I hope you are getting why we are choosing crime type. Just try to answer. It's not an exam. It's just a discussion. Okay. When we talk about crime type column, okay, so it will have some unique values. More of the time you will see the repeating values. Okay, like that particular criminal has done the has stolen something. Okay, so crime type will be thief. Okay, like this something crime type will be kidnapping, or something is stolen, or like that. Okay, so there will be few unique values. Most of the time you will see the repeating values. Okay. And if you will take name column as a partitioning column, then what will happen? You will find more repeating value, more unique values there. Okay. So if you have more unique values, what will happen? You will have so many subdirectories. So you want to manage the table in an optimal way. If you will have too many directories, will this be a right way to handle the tables? No? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, in crime type,
I
it
hope
is easier
everyone
to
can understand this
organize.
example. Rajasthan, your voice is breaking.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, in crime type, it is easier to organize and group them under the similar categories.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. More manageable, more organized folders, you will be able to handle and apply queries on that. If you will have too many folders, you will get confused. Okay. Right, Rajasthan and Shrikant, you are also correct. So now let's move ahead with the practical part now. Correct, Shrikant. Okay. Wait, I'll share my screen. So, what are the two ways I have told you to write your queries? One is the command line interface, right? Remember? And another one is
Hive web interface.
this default one. Let's open this as well. Okay, it will take some time. Let's just forget about this and wait here. Let me open my file as well. So since I'll be having less time, so what I'll do, most of the time I'll copy these command and paste there. But when you are practicing the command, try to write it by yourself. Don't do copy and paste. Although I'll share the file with you, okay, but don't do copy and paste. Here, since I have only this restricted time, so I'll do copy and paste to make you understand how to what are these queries, what all those means to make you understand. Okay. So what we are going to do first is someone is saying something. Okay. So what we are going to do first we are going to create a file named as sample.txt. And in sample.txt, we will add this content. Okay. So I'm just copying this content. Okay. I don't want to type it and let's create a file. How to create a file? What are the steps? I want to create a file, a txt file. What are the steps?
When we can use right click,
Right click and
empty file, create document empty file.
oh, here you can give the name as well. Okay, let's just open it and paste the content over here. So I have this file. I have not discussed the second assignment. Okay, the second assignment I have asked you to search what type of files Hive supports. Okay, so the file which I have created over here is a CSV type of file. CSV means comma separated file. Okay, so see, I have two columns here, one comma Arun. Okay, so here it will not be like a row and a column form. It is just a text file. Okay, I have made them as a comma separated value. See, 1 comma Arun. Then I have enter and then I have written 2 comma Mary. Then 3 comma John, 4 comma Priti, 5 comma Neha. Okay, so let's just save it. You can go to the file and save it, or you can use Control S. Okay, now let's just minimize it. And what I'll do, I'll put my file into my HDFS. Now you will tell me what are the steps. What is the command to put my file into HDFS?
Hadoop fs put
Hyphen put
hyphen put
name of the file and the
name of the
location
file
where
and
you
location.
want to store them. Yes. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just copying this command. This is the put command which you have to use to put your file into HDFS. Okay. So let's just go back here. So open the terminal and paste the command over here. This is the file name sample.txt and this is the location where I want to store my file. So let's just enter. Okay, this says the file already exists. Let's see its content, or maybe let's use the ls command and see if it is there or not.
Is it not required to write /home, /cloudera, /desktop, and then sample.txt?
Yes, you have to write the complete address. Okay. For the desktop, it easily recognize, but still you have to write the complete address. Okay, go to the property and write the proper address: home, Cloudera, desktop, sample.txt. Okay, if it's in some other folder, some other directory, so write that location. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Okay, I already have this sample.txt file here. Let's see if the content is same or not. If I have this comma separated file values or not here in sample.txt. If it's the same file, I will not remove it, or I'll not change name, or will try to put it into here in HDFS again. Okay, so let's just first see the content. What is the command to see the content?
Hadoop
Hadoop
fs cat.
fs cat slash
Hyphen cat.
Path.
Then the name of the file.
Yes.
Okay, I have the same file over here. This comma separated values I have. Okay, so I'll not try to put this file again into HDFS since I already have this file. Now, what is my next step? I have file in my HDFS. I want to query this. I want to create a table. So what I'll do, I'll go to the I'll go to Hive now, Hive terminal. So to open Hive terminal, what I have to do first?
We just have to type Hive.
Yes. Now let's create a database over here. Okay. So how to create a database? The command will be create database and the name of the database. Okay. So let's just create a database. Let's give it some other database name because test database I already have in my Hive. Okay. Create database, then the name of the database. Okay. So whenever we want to create any table, okay, it is a good way of doing that. That first create a database and then inside it create your tables or do anything you want. Okay. Now I have created a database. Inside this database, inside this test underscore new, now I want to create some tables. Okay. Now, if I want to create tables inside this database, so the first thing I have to write it over here is I have to write it as use and then the name of the database. Okay. If I'll write this and after that, if I'll start creating table, what will happen? Those tables will get created into this database. Okay. Now let's just enter. Okay. Now I'm using this database. Inside this database, I want to create a table. Now let's see how to create a table in Hive. Okay. It will be similar to SQL only, but there will be slight difference. So let's see. I'm just copying this command and I'll explain in Hive. Okay. So I have created one table. So the command will be, the syntax will be, first you have to write create table and then the name of the table. And it is not necessary that your file name is sample.txt. So you have to give it a sample name. You can give any table name. Okay, up to you. Then inside it, you have to provide the number of columns, the name of the columns and their data types. Okay. So means metadata you are creating, a schema you are creating. So now I have, see, my table, if you remember, contains two values, two comma separated values. Okay. One is of integer type, another is of string type. So what I'm doing over here is I'm creating two columns. One is ID, its data type is int, then comma, another I have another column named as name and its data type is string. That I need to put in parentheses. After that, I have to mention like how my file will read, how this metadata will read that file. Okay, so it is saying row format delimited fields terminated by comma. Okay, delimiter we have used as a comma, so that is what we are mentioning. And row format means whenever you will enter, it should count as a new row. Whenever I enter here and start with some values, it should consider as a new row. Okay. And this comma value, these should be separated. Means before comma, there is a one value, then after comma, there is another value. Okay. So this I'm mentioning row format delimited fields terminated by comma. And at the end of the statement, I have put semicolon. If you remember that by ending I'm ending every statement with a semicolon. So in Hive, every statement is get ended with a semicolon. That is what I have mentioned over here. Okay. Now if I enter this, what will happen? My table schema will get created. Okay. For now, there is nothing inside it. Okay. If you want to see the schema, I don't know if this command will this command will run over here or not, as it works in SQL. Let's write describe sample. Okay. So it should give me the name of the column and its data type. Let's see if it is working or not. Okay, see, it is giving me the name of the column ID and its data type, then another name column and its data type. Now, if now this I have done, the schema I have prepared. Another thing what I need to do is I have to load the data inside my schema, which I have just created. Okay, the schema I have prepared. Now I want to load this data, this data which I have added into my HDFS. Load this data into this schema. Okay, so for that, I have a command. Let's see this command. The command says load data in path, then the name of the file. Okay, here if you have to give a proper location, means in HDFS, suppose it is in particular directory. Okay, so then you have to give that proper location. Okay, in HDFS, whatever directory it is, and then inside that directory, what your which file you are referring. Okay, that you have to give a proper location. Then after that, you have to mention into table in sample. Okay, sample we have created a schema. So in that schema, we are loading our data. Okay, so let's just run this command and see how it works. Okay. Load data in path sample.txt into table sample. Okay, so let's just load the data. So it is saying okay means our data has been loaded into by schema, sample schema. Okay. Now, if you will run here, select query, select star from sample. What does it mean? Means select star means select everything from sample. Sample is my table which I have just created, and in that I have loaded the data. So let's see if that data is visible into the sample table or not. Okay, let's just enter. See, the data has been successfully loaded onto this table, into the schema, and it's visible as well. See, okay. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Now tell me, this will be considered as my internal table, managed table, or external table? We have discussed yesterday. When we load the data, that will be
Internal.
internal
It
table.
will be saved to
And
the internal SDFS.
I have not, yes. This is an internal table, or you can say this is a managed table which I have just created. Okay. So because I have loaded the data here. Now, if you will see, if you will check HDFS, it will go back again into HDFS. If you will see, check here, which command we use, ls command. Now, if you will use this ls command and will try to see if that sample.txt is present or not, it will not be visible. See, it will take some time. I don't know why so much of time it is taking. Okay, now see, can you see any sample.txt over here?
No, ma'am.
No. Why? Why it is not there? We have stored the data in our HDFS. Remember, this where is that command? This command, load data in path. What this load data in path has done, this has loaded the data, moved the file from HDFS into Hive. Okay, cut and paste it has done, not the copy and paste. It has not done any referencing. It has just loaded the data from HDFS into Hive, into this metadata. Okay, this is the reason we have loaded the file. We have stored the file in HDFS, but if we are now looking, if we are now checking, it is not visible. Okay, now we will see how to create external table as well. Okay, before that, let me see if any other thing I have to discuss. Okay, another thing, if you want to see the warehouse, okay, means Hive warehouse you want to check. So this will be the path. Okay, command will be Hadoop fs ls. Ls is to list the files, and then the path to check the warehouse will be user Hive warehouse. Is anyone saying something? Okay. Okay. Now, no, I wasn't here. Where was I? Okay, I was here. Hmm. So the path will be user Hive warehouse. Okay. Now in warehouse, you will have so many databases which you have created. Okay. Like I have created test database. Just now I have created test underscore new database. So I will have all those databases. Now, whatever database tables you want to check, you can just write that database name dot db you have to write. Okay, db denotes that database. Okay, after that in your database there will be too many tables. You can go to one particular table. Okay, there will be too many files or schema you have created. You can go to any particular table. Then inside the table there will be files which you have loaded or referenced. Okay, and if you want to see the content, you can see it using the cat command. Okay, so let's just run this. I'm just running this command one time. Later on, whenever you want to see the warehouse, you can use those commands. Okay. Sure. Okay. So to check the warehouse, you will not use the Hive terminal. Again, you can either open another terminal, or you can use where you the terminal where you were writing the HDFS command. Okay. So let's just run this. Hadoop fs hyphen ls user Hive warehouse. Okay, let's just run this and see how many databases we have in our warehouse. Okay, I have CDEC database, I have test database, I have test underscore new database. Okay. Now, since I'm currently working on test underscore new, let's try to see this one. Okay, test underscore new. So again, this you can say this URL or this path will remain same. Just along at the end, you have to mention the name of the database. Okay, it is test underscore new dot db. Okay. Now, inside this, what you are expecting? What will be the tables over inside this test underscore new? Sample table, because we have created only one table here. Yes. Now,
Yes,
tell me if I'll list sample table. What are you expecting? What will be the file over here? I have loaded one file here, right? What was the name of the file? Uh,
sample.txt.
Sample.txt.
sample.txt. Okay, so if I use ls command, it should show me this sample.txt. Okay. Now, if you want to see what is the content in sample.txt, so which command I have to use over here is
Cat.
Now see the difference. When I'm running this sample.txt, I'm looking at the content of sample.txt. It is giving me the result in a comma separated values only, the file, the original file. Okay, like that only. But when I loaded the content into my sample table and run the select command, it is showing me in a tabular format. Okay. So see, if you will look at the file, that will be in original format only, that comma separated values. But when you will look at this table, when you will load the data and select the content from the table, then you will get in a tabular format. Okay, see, select star from sample, giving me the result in a tabular format. This comma separated gives the another row. Okay. Now, when you look at this cat command, okay, when you run the sample.txt from the warehouse, from the sample table, giving me those comma separated values. Okay. Understood, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
How did you go from Hive to this CLI? Go back from this command, warehouse command we are writing
This
in.
okay. This warehouse command I'm not writing in a Hive terminal. For this, you can open a new terminal or you can use the terminal where you were writing the HDFS command, like your ls command, where you were writing to store the file into HTML. Those commands you were writing, you can use the same terminal or you can open another terminal. Okay. Because to check the warehouse, you cannot use the Hive terminal. I'm not using my Hive terminal to check the warehouse. Okay. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this was quite easy, but I wanted you to understand it clearly because maybe some of the commands I will not run and I will share it with you so that you can run, execute, and if face any difficulty, you can ask. Okay, all of the commands I'm not going to run. Now let's see how to create external table. Okay, so internal and external table difference I have already told you. So for external table, what I'm trying to do is let's just first create a directory. Okay, practice directory. It is not necessary. You can simply put the file into your HDFS. Okay, I'm just creating a practice directory just to have a glimpse because in HDFS I have directly put the sample.txt earlier. So I hope you have remembered this command, this mk directory command, mkdir. It is used to create a directory.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's just open our HDFS terminal again. I'm clearing all these commands. Okay. So I'm creating a practice directory over here in HDFS. Okay. It is saying file already exists. Let's do one thing. Let's just remove it. I'm not going to use again those ls command and going to see the content present over here. I'm just removing this directory and we'll create another directory with a practice name. I'm just keeping the name same because later if you are practicing now, you will be able to recognize it. Okay. This is the reason I'm not changing the names. There is no other reason. Okay. If you are practicing, you can change the name. Again, I have copied the same command, I guess. So I'm creating a practice directory in HDFS. After doing this, I'll put my file sample.txt into my practice directory. See, someone was asking now, we are not giving proper address. You can give proper address like home Cloudera desktop. See, here I have given the proper address of sample.txt. Okay. So my directory is created. Now let's just put the file into my directory. Okay. So the command will be hadoop fs -put Then the name of the file means complete location I have given along with the file name. Now I want to put this file into the practice directory, which is in HDFS. I have created a practice directory in HDFS, and in that directory, I'm putting my file sample.txt. Okay, now let's just run this command. I think it is quite slow. I have to change the system. Okay. So my file is in my file is in practice directory now. Now let's create a schema in Hive terminal. Okay. Okay, this command I have written to show you. Okay, see if you will drop the table sample from your Hive and will see the content using the select command. Will it be visible to you or not? Okay, this is for the internal table. Okay, means I have this table already named as sample in my Hive terminal. Remember, I have just created a sample table. So suppose if I drop this table. Suppose if I drop this table and I run this command again, and I run this select command again, will what do you expect? Will something be visible to you?
No, ma'am.
Will you get any data?
No.
Just run. Drop table sample. Drop sample or drop table sample? What was the command? Let's just run this.
Drop
Okay,
sample.
I have dropped my table. Okay, now if I run the select command again, okay, it will say failed cementing exception, table not found sample. Why? Because I have dropped this table. Okay, now there is nothing found here. And also I have already shown you that in HDFS also sample.txt was not present. Means I have lost the data from Hive as well as from HDFS. Okay, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's come back to our external table again. Okay, who's asking for the control again and again? Now let's come to the external table, how to create external table. I'm just copying this command and will explain you in the Hive terminal. Let's just clear the screen first. So the command says create external. See here I have added the keyword external. Okay, which is saying now it is no more an internal table. Then table, after that name of the table. Okay, you can give any name to the table. Then I have two columns in my sample.txt, ID and name of data type integer and string. Then row format delimited field terminated by comma. This is same. Okay, this is how our file looks. This is a comma separated file. After that, I have put a semicolon when I was working with my internal table. But here, I'm not, after comma, I'm not putting semicolon. I have added some more statements, some more words, which says location / practice. Okay, so I'm here referencing that my file present at this particular location, this practice directory. Okay, because in practice directory, I have stored sample.txt. So I'm saying that my file is present over there. Okay, and inside practice directory, suppose you have more than one file, so you have to give a proper address of that file, proper path. Okay, after that I'm putting semicolon. Now let's just execute this statement. Okay, now here after when I was creating the internal table, I was after writing this command, I was writing a load command. Is this Is that command required now? Load command is required here or not?
No,
No. Why not? You are correct, but why not?
because we are giving the location.
We are giving a reference over here that our file is present at this particular location. Okay. Now, simple. Now, if I run the select command without loading, it will still give me the data. Okay. Let's select start from info and execute. See, all the content which was in my sample.txt now is visible into this table, info table. Okay. Now, if you will issue a drop command, what will happen? Metadata will be deleted and the file from HDFS both will get deleted. Is my statement correct? If I drop the table from here, if I drop this info table from here, my metadata will get deleted. Okay, means the data from my Hive will get deleted and the file which I have in my practice directory in HDFS, that file will also get deleted. Is the statement correct?
No, ma'am.
No. What was the incorrect part over here?
Ma'am,
HDFS
the data will be.
not be deleted.
Yes, HDFS data will not get deleted. Okay, so let's just execute this command and see if it is there or not. Okay, let's just use this up arrows. Let's start from info. So it is saying table not found info. Okay, now let's use over here this ls command. I have thing. Okay, here practice. In practice directory, I have to check now. Okay, in practice directory, I'm still having this sample.txt. Means my data is still saved in my HDFS. Okay. Now, I hope the candidates who were failed to understand the theory part, now it is being clear with the practical part. Okay. Now let's come to the next command. If still you have any doubt, please let me know. Okay. Now, join who? How many of you have studied join before? Join, Cartesian product.
Yes, work.
Yes. Manish,
Yeah.
Rajnandini, Rajitsan, Anushka, and what about others? Okay. Now, those who have not studied, first let's see what is join, and then we will run the commands. Okay. Now, see. Suppose I have this file, emp.txt and email.txt, two files I have. Let's suppose this is in table. Okay. I cannot even draw over here. Okay, let's suppose these are two tables. Okay, this Shweta, Anamika, Tarun, Anita means these are the rows in my one table, and in this email.txt I have these rows. Okay, now first let's understand what is the Cartesian product. Okay, if I do the Cartesian product between emp.txt and email.txt, then what will happen? I will get row. My first row will contain Shweta, 25 lakh. It's 2,50,000, I guess. Okay, suppose this is 25,000. Okay, now Shweta 25,000 Chennai. Along with it, I will get Shweta Shweta@gmail.com. This my first row will contain. My second row will contain Shweta 25,000 Chennai, Tarun, @edureka.in. Okay. My third row will contain Shweta 25,000 Chennai, then Nagesh @yahoo.com. My fourth row will contain Shweta 25,000 Chennai. Then Venkatesh Veni@gmail.com. Okay. After that, what will happen? I will go to the next row of this and will do the cross product with all those rows as the previous one. Okay. Means every row will get crossed with the another row of the table, with every other row of the another table. Okay. This is a Cartesian product. Okay. Now, when we talk about join, generally we talk about natural join. Okay, join, we talk about natural join, where we say one of its from one table, one column needs to be equal to the another table's one column. Means, suppose here I say I have to do the natural join where name present in this column needs to be equal to the name present in this table. Means name present in this table needs to be equal to the name present in this table. Okay. So if I'll do the natural join, now this will not happen, that Shweta will get cross multiplied with all these rows. Then this row will cross multiplied with all these rows. Okay. Then another row will get another row will get cross multiplied with another these row. This is the Cartesian product. But when I'm saying natural join, then what will happen? Natural join, or you will simple say join or theta join. Then what will happen? I will say, suppose this name column needs to be equal to this name, then only I will cross multiply. Means, see, my first one is matching Shweta 25,000 Chennai. Here also name is Shweta, so it's matching. So I will, this row will get added. Means I will get Shweta 25,000 Chennai, Shweta@gmail.com. This my first row will contain. Then another I'll check with Anamika. Is Anamika name matching with any of the name present in email.txt? No. So I will not consider this row. Then I'll go to the third one. Okay. Tarun. Is Tarun matching? Yes. So Tarun 30,000 Pondi. Then here Tarun@edureka.in. Okay. Then I'll go with the another row. Okay. Then I'll check Anita. If Anita is there. No, Anita is not there. So I have only received this Shweta one and this Tarun one. Okay. This is happening when I'm doing emp.txt natural join with email.txt. Okay. So I have received only these two rows because only these two rows are matching. Then if I'll say I want to do the left outer join, left join. Okay. So in left join, what will happen? If I'm saying emp.txt left join with email.txt, then all the elements from here will come, but here only those will come who are matching with the emp.txt name. Okay. If I'm doing it with the on the basis of name column. Okay. So I'll get Shweta 25,000 Chennai, Shweta@gmail.com in my first row. In my second row, I'll get Anamika 20,000 Kanyakumari, and in corresponding to that, nothing is matching. So I will write null, null. Okay. Then I'll check with Tarun. Tarun, 30,000, Pondi, and it is matching. Yes. So in corresponding, I'll write Tarun, Tarun@edureka.in. Then I'll check with Anita. Anita, 25,000 Freedom. Corresponding to that, nothing is matching. So I'll write null, null. So this will be my left outer join. But if I'll do the right outer join, then what will happen? If I'll say emp.txt is I need to do the right join with the email.txt. Then what will happen? See, I'll get Shweta, 25,000, Chennai. Then Shweta, Shweta@gmail.com. Okay. Then another thing, Anamika is not there. Tarun is there. So I'll write Tarun, see, this will come. Tarun, 30,000, Pondi, Tarun, Tarun@edureka.in. Then Nagesh. Nagesh from the right table I'm checking. Okay, from the right table I'm checking. Nagesh is not there. So in the first two rows, first two column, I'll get null, null. And after that, I'll write Nagesh, Nagesh@yahoo.com. See, when I'm doing right outer join, I'm considering the right table content, not the left table content. Okay, so that is why I'm doing null, Nagesh, Nagesh@yahoo.com. Here, see, I have missed this Anamika row because Anamika is not coming in my right table. Okay. Then I'll do Venkatesh. Venkatesh is also not there in left side. So I'll write null, Venkatesh, Venny@gmail.com. Okay. And when you talk about those full outer join, okay, then what will happen? All the content from your natural join, which you get the result in natural join, from the left outer join and right outer join, all those three results you will combine together and place it in one table. That will be considered as your full outer join. Okay. Now, those who have not studied join before, I will share one link with you. Just go through how the join works, because here writing here to make you understand is quite difficult. If you have understood, it is good. If you have not, I'll share one link with you. Just go to that tutorial and understand what is join. Okay. But I don't think there will be any issue. I have explained it. If anyone have any issue regarding join, please let me know.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Rajithan, please mute yourself.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, Rajithan.
Ma'am, I believe
Yes,
that.
Rajithan.
Ma'am, I believe that we have to ensure that these names, their uppercase and lowercase match as well. Otherwise, they will show error.
Yes.
Yeah, since they are case sensitive.
You have to check. Yes, this is case sensitive. You have to consider that as well. But here, when I'm writing, see, let me share the screen. Okay, here, see, the name, this Shweta matches with this Shweta. These are not different. See, it's capital T here, capital T here. So that is why it is matching. If it is with some different alphabet, small case, okay, so it will not match. Another thing, when you are performing this natural join, so the column which you have taken, like if I'm saying that a name from emp.txt needs to be equal to email.txt. So when you will get the result now, so in that 2 times name will not come, only 1 time it will come. Okay, like while I was explaining, I was saying that it will be Shweta, 25,000, Chennai, Shweta, Shweta@gmail.com. But in actual, the result will be Shweta, 25,000, Chennai, Shweta@gmail.com. This name will not come twice. Okay. So
if we display from both table, then it will come now.
Yes, if you will specifically write the query like select star from name, salary, location, means both the tables. Okay, and from email.txt as well, if you will write this name, email ID, so it will come. Okay, but if you are performing the natural join normally, if you are trying to retrieve the result, those name column will not become twice. Specifically, if you are writing the select query from that particular table, you want to fetch that column, then it will come. Okay. Any other doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just running one join command. Okay, that will be a natural join. And you have to by yourself perform left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. Full join, you can say full outer join or full join. Okay. And after the class, maybe by evening, I'll share one join tutorial if any one of you is facing any difficulty with join. Okay. Okay. So let's just create these two files first, emp.txt and email.txt. Am I going very slow? Are you facing any difficulty or feeling it is very slow? I just want you all to understand all the concepts. If you are feeling the Same, I can increase my pace. Okay, I can speed it up. Let's create email.txt as well. Okay, so two files I have created. One is emp.txt and another one is email.txt. Now my second step will be put this file into it's okay.
No, ma'am.
Let's just put this file into HDFS. Okay. Put email file as well into HDFS. Okay, now my both files are in HDFS. Let's come back to the Hive terminal. Okay, in Hive terminal, we will create a table named as EMP. Let's just clear the screen here. It's the same syntax, internal table I'm creating, create table named as EMP. Then the column name I have given. First one is my name column of string type. Then second column is salary of integer type, and third is location of string type. Okay. Then row format delimited field terminated by comma. Enter, and let's just load the data inside it. Okay. This is my file location, and I want to load the data in my EMP table. Okay. After that, the select command. Okay, let's just run this as well. Although it is not required, I hope you all know that it will contain the data which I have loaded. This was the data. Okay. Now let's just create another file, another metadata for email. Email table contain two columns. One is the name, another one is email. So I've created another table named as email, and it contains two columns. One is name, type of string, email, another is email ID, type is string, row format, delimited field, terminated by comma. Okay, let's just enter and let's just load the data inside it. Okay, I don't want to show this command as this will be your assignment. I've loaded the data, and you can use the select command to see the content inside it. Okay. Till now, I have only created metadata, then loaded the data inside it and used the select command to see the content inside it. Okay. Now we are going to perform join. Okay. Now, whenever you perform join, you have to set this property. The set Hive dot auto dot convert dot join equal to false, because if you will not do this, it will do the mapping. Okay, means this will be a version and size specific. Okay, so you have to set this property. After that, after setting the property, we will actually do the joining. We will actually write the join command. Okay. Now, I'm just doing the natural join. Let's just see the. Now, to do the natural join, what I'm doing, I'm aliasing my first table as A and my second table as B. Okay, so how I'm writing this? I'm writing this as select A dot name, means select name from my first A table, and I'll show you where I'm aliasing it. See, here I'm aliasing it EMP A, means I'm aliasing EMP table as A and my email table as B. Okay, so when I'm fetching the column, I'm writing there A dot name, means from EMP table fetch the name, then from EMP table fetch the salary, then from EMP table fetch the location, then from B table, from email table fetch the email ID. Okay, then we are writing select A dot name, A dot salary, A dot location, B dot email ID. From where? From EMP A join. Okay, join this table with email B. On which basis? On where? You can say on A dot name equal to B dot name, means where my A dot, where my name in a employee table is equals to the name in my email table. Understood, everyone? What we have done over here?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, let's just execute this. It will internally do the map reduce part. Okay. So mapping and reducing a percentage, you will see it over here. It will take some time. Mapping 0%, reduce 0%. If you remember in the first or the second slide, I have told you that internally your task will get into the map reduce task. Okay. So when you have run the join command, it is also showing all these process which is happening in between. Mapping is done, reducing left. Okay. See, now it is giving me the result. I have told you na, that two columns will be there when I was explaining. See, only these two, sorry, not two columns, two rows. Okay. So two rows we have received, because in those rows only we are getting same name. Okay. Where A dot name matches B dot name. Okay. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now it's your task to perform left join, right join, left outer join, right outer join, and full join. Okay. Another task I have given you, but I have not asked any question. The task was you have to see what are the different files supported by Hive. Okay. So it's weekend. I'll share the commands with you. Practice this command. By evening, I will share all these commands with you. Practice it. Study about, okay, Ashish. Okay. Study about join as well. Those who have not studied join before. It's not a difficult uh, part which you will not be able to understand. Okay, join is very easy. Just go through one of the tutorial. One link I'll share with you. If you want, you can refer any tutorial to understand about join. Okay, and then perform the left outer, right outer, and full join. Okay. Now, if anyone have any doubt, please ask, and after that, we'll wind up the session for today.
This mapping and reducing this takes place for join also.
Yes. For every Hive query you will execute internally, it will get converted into the MapReduce task. For every query. Here the process is visible, but for every query it will happen.
And why did we write this join equal to false? There was a statement.
Okay, that mapping is different. That mapping is different. Okay, this is also one of the assignment I give to my students. You have to study that why we set this property. Okay, this is because of the size. Because if your table size is one table size is very big and another table size is very small, you can say. Okay, so it will what will happen, or if your table size are very small, so instead of join, it will perform the mapping. Mapping means not the mapping you are understanding. This not map reduce mapping. Okay. It's similar to join only. Okay.
Cross join.
Just like a cross join, like a Cartesian product. Okay. Okay, everyone.
So here we do not have any concept like in SQL we write inner join or cross join.
You know, we see we have a concept of a natural join, left outer join, right outer join, and full join, right?
Right.
So natural join I have shown you. That join is called as theta join. Remember, theta you have to write. But here you will simply, if you will write join, so that will be considered as a natural join.
If we write this join equal to false, then only, right? Or
That will be a natural join.
oh,
That join equal to false, it is to do the it is to implement the join part. Okay, whether it's a natural full or right or out full outer. Okay. Now, Shrikant, you have doubt? Could you please explain the whole process of that word count jar file? Shrikant, I have shared one file with you. Did you refer that? Where the steps are given? Okay. Let's do one thing. Since it's 4:12 already, let's discuss that on Monday. Okay. So at least join 10 minutes before. Okay. I'll tell you the steps again. At that time, we can discuss. So instead of 3 o'clock, you can join at 2:50. Okay. Cartesian product is different and natural join is different. Cartesian product will do the cross product with each and every row of the another table. Any other question? Okay. Then let's meet on Monday. We will do the partitioning and bucketing as well. Okay, thank you. Okay. So on Monday, we will discuss partitioning, bucketing, okay, insert command, and we will try to implement the UDF function as well and the Python script as well. The commands which we have discussed today, I'll share later by evening. Okay. On weekend, you can practice and you can come up with your doubt. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye bye.